Vice President Harris is expected to announce a running mate within the next 24 hours, leading up to her rally in Philadelphia on Tuesday, and what would be her official pick's first official campaign rally together. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey joins us from Washington, D.C. with the very latest. Tom, the vice president met with several potential choices over the weekend, and two of them are on the campaign trail with her today.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about Governors Andy Beshear and Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota. They're having campaign events with Vice President Kamala Harris later today. Now, does that mean one of them is the official running mate of the vice president? That is still very much a guess. And, Nick, these events today come after a weekend filled with interviews with some of the candidates on that short list to be the running mate with Vice President Kamala Harris traveling into D.C. this weekend for interviews as part of the selection process. In fact, cameras posted up outside the vice presidential residence captured cars coming and going, including two cars arriving with Pennsylvania license plates. And a source tells NewsNation that Governor Josh Shapiro planned to take part in meetings with the campaign team. Former Attorney General Eric Holder also there leading the vetting process. These six people, though, continue to be mentioned as possible running mates for Vice President Harris. A campaign source telling NewsNation that Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly also met for interviews with Harris's team. And on Friday, that included Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. Harris's camp is expected to announce tomorrow in Philadelphia, with that running mate likely joining her on the campaign trail through battleground states this week. Former President Donald Trump and his running mate J.D. Vance, though, saying whoever Harris chooses won't make a difference come November. Take a listen.
I don't care. Let them do whatever. They still want to have open borders. If she picks Shapiro, she's going to lose the Palestinian vote.
Whoever she chooses, the problem is going to be Kamala Harris's record and Kamala Harris's policies. The American people are suffering because Kamala Harris keeps on making bad decisions. I don't really care who she chooses as a running mate. It's not going to be good for the country.
Now, VP Harris's team, meanwhile, trying to sway conservative voters, launching a campaign called Republicans for Harris. Support already pouring in from former Republican governors, as well as former Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel and over a dozen former Republican members of Congress. That group, Republicans for Harris, plans to travel through battleground states as part of this campaign, and we may even see some of them on the campaign trail this week with Harris and her running mate, Nick. A lot of guesses going around, and tomorrow likely will be the day we might find out. Who knows, might come down today or sometime tomorrow, but a lot of guesses going around right now.
Tom,
Nick.
I know you and all the other political pundits are calling this one of the most exciting times to be in our nation's capital. Tom Dempsey, thank you.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.